Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we are back with another project, and today we are going to see a brand new Excel dashboard. And this will be, as I told, it will be an Excel software. And in front of your screen, you can see this will be our final output. And our today's topic is a Swiggy analysis. So we all know what is Swiggy. So Swiggy is a food delivery app, so which serves or which delivers foods from different restaurants to home, workplaces, or wherever you are ordering it from, right? So we have the data for this particular year from January to August, and this is a real-time data, and the data is mostly for all over India. And based on that, we are going to analyze this particular data, and we are going to create a dashboard for the business problem which client has provided to us. So we have everything. We have the business requirement document, and based on that, we are going to design this entire dashboard. And this will be an interactive dashboard or a dynamic dashboard. Based on filter selections, this dashboard will change its values, and based on that, we will be able to see a different results, or we will be able to slice and dice the data and take or create and different insights from that. So we are going to see everything in this particular video from start to end, the step-by-step process, and you will be also able to do in your own system so that you can follow along and you perform the same steps which I am going to perform, and then you will be able to create the entire dashboard. So this will be a real-time dashboard. You can add it in your portfolio. You can also add this particular in your own resume as well. So it is not necessary that you should only create this particular report in Excel. You can also create it in any other data analysis tools, like you can create it in Tableau, Python, SQL, Power BI, ClickSense, or Amazon tools are there, Google Lookers are there, Google Studio is there, Pyramid is there. So many analysis software are available. You can create it in those also. I will be also creating this similar kind of project in many tools in coming future videos. So I just request you to please go ahead and subscribe this channel and like this particular video as well, so you will be able to get a recommendation in future whenever I will be creating such type of dashboards. All right. So the data which we are going to use for this particular analysis is available in the description of this particular video, from where you can download it and you can use it for your analysis, and you can follow along with whatever I will be doing in this particular project. All right. So if you can see in front of your screen, you can see this is the entire dashboard. I will just give you an overview of the dashboard which we have. So at the top, you can see there are 5 KPIs available, and KPI is nothing but everybody knows it gives us the overall idea of the business or the summary of the business, how it is performing. And by looking those figures, business owners or the stakeholders will understand whether their business is doing well, whether they are profitable at higher level, and all those things, right? So we have total sales, average ratings, average order value. Then we have how many ratings are been given and what are the total orders, right? So this is the higher level of the business. And if you want to deep dive in the data and find the more granular or what is the problem in the business, or find out at the deep level what's the issue, what's the insight, then we have to go for deep analysis where we create different charts based on different measures are available as for us, right? So based on that, we have created few other charts as well, where we have monthly trend. We are going to find out the monthly trend. We are also going to find out the daily trend, right? So, and we are going to all find out the weekly trend. So three trends that we are going to find out. So first, it has at higher level, if you see the monthly trend, then we will find at more deeper level, that is weekly trend, and more at a granular level we will also find out the daily trend. Then moving ahead, this is the time analysis that we are going to do. And moving ahead, we are also going to find out what are the total sales by food type, right? So we have veg and non-veg food. So based on that, we are going to find out the food type as well. Then we have the sales and all other measures based by state. So by state also we will be finding out all those information. Then we will find out the quarterly data as well, right? The quarterly analysis is also what we are going to do. And in that we are going to create a grid view where we'll be finding out sales, ratings and orders, all these three measures. And then we are going to find out the top 5 cities by sales, right? So this is the overall analysis that we are going to do. And if you see over here, there are different filters available. So if you select, let's say I want to see for January, May and August. So you can see the data will be filtered for all those three, or three or four. You can see I'm excluding this. So if you want to see data for all of these, then you can see the data for all of you. Let's say you want to see for data for Assam and Chhattisgarh. You can see, or you can see just Assam and you can also see Chhattisgarh, right? So likewise, if you want to see for the data for two, different states, or if you want to see also for Karnataka, when you click on that, you can see all the data has been filtering for that, right? And when I click on all, you can see entire data is for that, right? So if you want to see data for, let's say for this particular you can say a restaurant, or whichever restaurant you want to see, you can see the data for that particular restaurant, that's it, right? So this is how it works, and this is the an entire dashboard that we are going to see. And all the design, all the color combinations, whatever is there, we will be seeing everything in this particular video. All right, so just stay tuned, and we will see the step by step every milestone in this particular project. So in this particular dashboard, not only we are going to design this dashboard by using drag and drop functionality, but if you see in the data, we are also going to create different calculations. If you see, we have a order date, so we are going to extract the date from here. We are going to extract the quarter. Also, we are going to extract the week number, so it will help us to understand how to write different calculation in this particular entire sheet. So here also, if you can see, there is a food type column, and if you look at this food type column, there are different higher level calculations that I have been performing over here. If you can see here, so this is the big calculation that we are going to find out. So based on whatever text we have, which is related to wage and non-wage, we are going to find out, whether that particular food belong to wage or whether that particular food belong to non-wage, right? So this kind of analysis or this type of calculations also we are going to write in this entire, analysis. So it's not a simple project where we are only going to use basic information, but we are going to actually use advanced versions or advanced analysis in this, where we are going to write different calculations, also create different columns in our data, do some data modifications also, right? So this will be a complete learning package for you. And so if you complete this project, so at the end you will be learning so many functions and so many functionalities of Excel from this kind of project. All right, and you will be also able to follow along with me and create the similar kind of project. All right guys, so let's move ahead with our problem statement that we have for this particular project. So the problem statement is been divided into two parts. So we also called it as BRD. BRD is nothing but business requirement document. So with respect to different companies, there are different, I can say, terminologies used by different businesses. Some of them called it as SOW, nothing but called as statement of work. Few of them also called it as FRD, nothing but a functional requirement document, right? And few of them directly called it as statement of work or problem statement or whatever it is, right? So based on that, I have just mentioned here problem statement, and I'm also mentioning here as a BRD, nothing but what are the requirement documents that we got from our customer or from our client. So this is the first, nothing but KPIs. So in this we are going to find out the 5 KPI, and as I told you, KPI is nothing but a key performance indicator by using which we will find out at higher level how the business is performing, how the business is doing. And with respect to that, the stakeholders or the client or the business owners, they will be able to find out in which direction their business is going, whether they are making losses or whether they are making profits, right? In that way we will be finding out everything. So here First thing that we are going to find out is total sales, and you can see it is the data is for India, so we will find out everything in rupees. So it is nothing but the overall revenue that is generated from each and every order, from the entire data for the entire span of the data from start end to the end date, right? So this is nothing but the total sales that we are going to find out. Then nothing was the average rating. So average rating is nothing but the measure of the satisfaction level of customer across the restaurants. So here we will be finding out the average of the rating, and always remember rating is very much important, because based on ratings which are provided by the old customers who visited or ordered anything from that particular restaurant, so by their satisfaction level only other customer will go ahead and purchase anything from those restaurants, right? Then we will also find out the average order value is nothing but revenue per order. So for one particular order, how much is the revenue generated? So it will help us to understand that from one particular order, how much the restaurant is been, making, right? So this is what we'll be able to find out from here. Then we are also going to find out the rating order, or we can say rating count. It is nothing but the number of customers reviews. How many customers have provided reviews for those orders or for those restaurants, right? Then we are also going to find out the total orders. So nothing but the number of food orders which are been received, and that's also we are going to find out, right? So this is the total the KPIs that we are going to find out, the five important KPIs in this particular project. So this is all about KPIs. Moving ahead, then we are also going to find out charts requirement. So if you want to deep dive in the data and find out the analysis at deeper level, find out the root cause and take the insights from those. And so if you want to do that, KPI would not provide you the solution. So we have to deep dive in the data, and for all the quantitative and or we can say a dimension based data or time analysis data, we have to do the analysis at granular level, and we will have to find out the root cause or the insights from there. And for that we are creating the different charts of different types, from where the different insights can be taken and decisions can be taken based on that. So the first one that we are going to find out is monthly sales trend, right? So it will help us to find out how the sales fluctuate month by month. From here it will be able to understand for the business owner that which kind of or which months are very much in scope, where more and more foods are being ordered, so he can manage his manpower, he can convey to the restaurants that this will be the months, this will be the days where more and more orders will be used. And wherever the months are going down where we have low orders, they can provide an insights to the restaurants that you can keep some discount so that more and more people can order from you. All right. Then moving ahead, we will find out the daily sales trend. So it is nothing but across the days, what are the revenue variations, right? So in a week from Sunday to Monday, what are the week variations, or what are the variation across the week, so that they will be able to highlight which days are very much busy, and on which particular days the most and most orders are being placed, right? Then total sales by food type, and in this we are going to find out veg or non-veg. So this will be an complete calculation which we are going to find out in this particular data, where we will compare the different revenue contributions by different food type, and based on that, and this is a column that we are going to actually create in our project, right? Then we are going to find out the total sales by state. So we have a state data, and we are going to display a state wise revenue distribution here, and here we are going to create a map for that. Then we are going to find out the quarterly performance summary, where we will be going to find out the different sales ratings and orders, where it will be compared based on quarter, right? Then we are going to find out top 5 cities by sales. Sorry. And in this we are going to find out the cities which are contributing to most revenue, and in this we are only going to find out the top 5. Then we are going to find out sorry, and we are also going to find out weekly trend, and in this nothing but weekly fluctuations in sales, so that we will be able to identify the peak periods in the week of that particular year or month, so that it will help us understand which weeks are very much busy, and based on that different insights can be taken by the business owners, or what is the revenue generated in those particular weeks. All right, so this is the charts requirement that we are going to identify in this entire video. So I hope you have noted all the problem statement, and based on this problem statement only, we are going to design our entire, we can say, dashboard. So before moving ahead into our video, guys, let me introduce you to my new website. So in this particular website, I have added so many of data analysis material, roadmaps, and the roadmaps which are required for current industry trends, and it will be used for 2025 and 2026 use as well. And edition year is for both. I can say I keep it updating every month. So there are multiple materials available. So you can see I have a data analysis complete material package. Power BI projects are there. You can see Power BI individual projects also, if you want to buy, those are also available. And this is the most unique package, where it says 30 companies detailed real-time interview question and answer, where it has everything, right? The real-time questions which is been asked in the interview, and the scenario based interview questions as well, both for SQL, Power BI, Excel, data warehouse. Everything is been included for Python as well, right? So you can see capstone project, which includes all the tools. This is also available. Projects on Tableau, projects on Excel, right? And some other different individual materials are also available on my website, right? And if you see over here, if you look for the data analysis complete material over here, let me explain you what is included in it. So here you will get an data analysis roadmap, right? If you click on this, a complete roadmap is available. If I open this, you can see a complete roadmap is available, and in this there are actually a complete syllabus is available, with links are also available in this. So these links are freely available on YouTube. So with my experience and with my knowledge, I have gathered all the links and created a proper document. So you don't have to pay lakhs of amount in the people who are teaching you, and which will be not 50 or 40% of also what I will be teaching you, or I will be giving you over here. It is a complete detailed roadmap with all the tools, right? If you see every roadmap, everything is explained, what you should learn as a beginner and everything, right? So everything is available, all the syllabus with links that you have to learn, right? And these are curated and handpicked by myself. All right, so this is an worth for you. If you go back, there is an detailed other materials, let's say for Power BI. If I go in Power BI, you can see there are notes available, there are projects also available. So the other separate folder is available for project, each and everything, right? You can see PL300 Power Query, other notes, data cleaning notes, data modeling notes, and all other roadmaps. A special Power BI roadmap is also available over here, guys, right? So also there are some projects available. So you can see Power BI projects. You can see more than 6 to 7 projects are available. Similar for Excel, these projects are available. And in projects, you will get an complete Power BI file. So if you look over here, let's say for hotel management dashboard, you will get a complete data, complete report, a .pbix report, which will be a working report, a working Power BI file, and a problem statement, right? The images used will be also provided to you, right? So you can see the meta ad performance analysis dashboard is also available over here. All right. So if you look more in this particular course, what I am offering to you is, if you look over here, you will also have all other tools data also, right? And in this, I will have providing the practice data sets also. So these are the different practice data sets which you can use actually to create your own projects, right? Then I have also added few real-time industry question answers also. right? So these are the real-time industry question answers, and this is just in September only I have added all these. And it is, if you look for Deloitte, let's say, let's look for other one, right? So let's look for Flipchart. You can see everything is available, SQL questions, and it is everything is explained with answer, right? And these are the real-time questions that are asked in interviews. Similar way, if you are looking for Power BI projects, everything is available, all the Power BI projects are available, and in this you will get all the PBIX files, right? You can see you will get a PBIX file, all the images, the CSV data file, and the problem statements also. Hey guys, before moving ahead into our project, I would like to tell you about the courses that I have for you. Okay, so this is the first latest course just now I have uploaded. Everything is up to date, industry level. So you can see this is the Microsoft Fabric course I have, which I just launched, and it is for both, right? For data analyst and data engineers. So now you will say, why to learn Microsoft Fabric? So remember guys, so Microsoft Fabric is a unified platform where you can do everything, right? You can work with Azure Data Factory, you can work with lake houses, you can work with data pipelines, right? All the activities, right? Data activities. You can work on warehouses, SQL queries, Power BI integration is also available in this. Warehouse queries also you can fire. You can work on data engineering, Sparks, right? PySpark is there, and you can do data cleaning, extensive data storage, data handling, data manipulation, data ingestions. So everything is been taught over here. So this is the latest course, and this is the market trend now. Okay, so if you have this skill in your resume, you will have an upper hand, right? To get at least an job interview. So, and if you learn this course from start to end, you will be able to crack it also, right? So this is the one, and if you see the what I have in that course is, so this is the Microsoft Fabric course, which is of more than 22 hours. Okay, so you can see this is the complete syllabus I have. Everything is been taught. I have also told you how to create a account, Azure account, and then later how you can create the Fabric account as well, right? So everything is been taught, right? What is tenant, what is capacity, workspace, everything, right? So you can see this is the Fabric interface, how to create the workspaces, how to work on lake houses, how to create it, how to work inside that files and factories, right? Then this is the data factory, ETL, ELT, everything has been taught over here. Then these are the copy data activities, which are the most important one, right? Within workspace, Excel files, CSV files, through APIs also, right? And I have also used SQL Server integration in this, right? So how you can bring the data from SQL Server, how to use gateways to bring the data, how to install the gateway, how to manage the connections of the gateways, right? Then the different data load behaviors, data pipeline activities, multiple, which are the most again to bring the data in the proper way. I have also taught you in this the data flow generation too. In that Power Query is there, how to handle the data, how to use ELT operations, how to manipulate, how to process the data, transform the data. Okay. Then warehouse, everything is been taught with SQL queries. Then I have also taught you how to do the Power BI integration with with Fabric, so that you can create the end-to-end reports also, right? Similar way, the Spark engine also, right? The PySpark has been also taught how to clean the data, how to read the data, what is data frames, what are different built-in functions. And at the end, one project also I've added. So I will be adding three projects. So now one is there, second will be added this Monday. So you will have two projects, and one more will be added next, in next week. Total three projects will be there, and whatever updates I will be making in this, you will be able to see all of them. You don't have to purchase it again and again. Okay, so whatever updates will be there, those will be visible directly if you once purchase it. Okay, so apart from this, I also have my complete SQL course. Power BI courses is also there, right? You can see extensive availability of all the things are available, right? End to end Power BI course is there. Similar way, end-to-end SQL course also I have designed. So these are the three important requirements for data analyst and data engineers, right? So on that, I have already created the industry level courses. Everything is taught by myself, everything. Okay. You can actually see the syllabus also if you go here. So this is the Microsoft Fabric course. Okay. You just have to scroll it down, and at the bottom here, you can see this is the link where you will see the complete syllabus, right?
Here you can see a complete syllabus is available, right? What's available in it, right? So everything is there. If you have any doubts, you can reach out to me on this number, right? Similar way, if you go back, okay, so I have created a packaged course, nothing but if you want Fabric plus Power BI plus SQL with projects, with AI integration, with all the resources, right? Everything is available in this package, right? So here you can see you will get Fabric course, SQL course, Power BI course, projects course, material, SQL material, Power BI material, Fabric material is also in progress. This will be also added. You will be directly having an exclusive access to it if you purchase it right now also. Okay. So here you can see everything is available. All the syllabus links are available. What is the modules? What will be taught to you in this? Everything is available in it, right? And it is an industry level course. Okay, for Fabric also it is 20 hours. So if you see the packaged course, it is more than 115 plus hours, but it is actually more than 120 plus hours. So I've just added 115 because I'm updating it every week, right? So it has passed 120 hours now. All right. Similar way, if you are only interested in Power BI SQL course, this is also available, the package. If you are only interested in Power BI complete course, where you will get Power BI plus AI plus DAX plus 21 Power BI projects video course, that is also available. And if you are interested in single, individual courses, you only want SQL, you only want Power BI, you only want DAX, or you only want Power BI projects, if you only want Tableau projects, or if you want all the data analyst study material, that is also available. This will be without videos, but everything, all the projects you will get of all the tools and everything you will get in this, but it will be in without video format. But if you want with the video format, so these are the end to end courses with the video. Everything is been created by myself. I have more than 11 plus years of experience in different domains across different softwares, and more courses will be also coming in future. So just check once if it will be helpful for you. You can go ahead. If you have any doubts, is in description. My WhatsApp and my email is available. You can reach out to me for any questions. Let's move ahead with our project.
So let's move ahead and I will just provide you the data walkthrough in this particular video or in this particular module, and the data is available for you to download in the description box. From here you can download the data and you can save it in your system and you can open it so that you can do the analysis in that particular data. Alright, so if you see, this is the data and size of the data. If you can see, the number of rows we have is 197,000 data is available, or we can say 1,97,000 rows are available for us. And if you see the columns, there are 10 columns available for us to analyze. All right, and this kind of this is I can see a kind of real time data that we have. It is a very big data. You can see more than 197,000 rows are available for us. And if you see the data which is available, it is for 2025. From January to August, the data is available for us to analyze, right? And we will see the each and every column and what is the information that it provides us in this particular data. We will see everything. So if you can see, each and every row in this particular data gives us an information of the order which has been placed through the Swiggy app, right? And we have all those information which is stored in each row is of order been placed, right? So this is very important to note. And then if we move ahead, what are the different columns that we have is, the first one we have is the state column. It is nothing but from which particular state the data has been ordered through the Swiggy app by that particular customer, right? Then we will move more towards granular, and we will have the city information over here from that particular state, and from which particular city we are getting that order from. Then what is the order date, on which particular day the order has been placed, and it stores all the information, the day, the month and year which the order has been placed from. Then we have this restaurant name as well, from which particular restaurant or hotel that particular we can say the food is been ordered from. Then we also have the information of location. It's nothing but in which location that particular restaurant has been placed. Then what is the category? There are different kinds of category available. whether it is a Chinese category or whether a burger category, or there are n number of categories which are available for us, right? Breakfast menu or breakfast combo, all day breakfast, all time favorite breakfast, all time, all items and everything, right? So there are many kinds of categories which are available for us. Similar way, what was the dish that has been ordered? There are different kinds of dish available, and the names of dish are very much, so you can see there are it stores the information of dish as well, whether it was dal tadka, palak paneer, paneer burji, so many veg and non-veg combined we have. And based on this dish name only, we are going to create one more column over here, which is going to provide us the information of the food type, whether this particular kind of food is a veg or whether it is a non-veg. All right. Then we have some measures also available over here. So this is the all information which is in the form of dimensions, or it is a transactional information, or we can say these are the we can say qualitative values, right? And moving ahead, these are the measures, which is a quantitative value, which are the important measures or the metrics for us which we are going to make use for the analysis, right? So you can see we have the price point of each and every dish which has been ordered from that particular restaurant, right? Then we also have what has been the rating that has been provided for us, right? And it is nothing but a rating which has been provided by all over this particular restaurant, and how many ratings are being given to that restaurant, that information also we have over here, right? So let's say you are ordering anything from Srinidhi Sagar Deluxe. This is the order which has been ordered, that thing, but Kesari Bhat. And this is the ratings, and this is the number of ratings which is been given by the previous customers for that, right? So in this way, this is how you read the data, and based on this only entire data, we are going to do the entire analysis. So I want you to go through entire data, see what is the information which is been stored. You can look at here, and you can see what are all the information which is been stored in this particular data, and from that you will be able to understand more and more. And always remember that uh, 70 to 75% of work is always done on data, cleaning the data, preparation of the data, understanding the data, gaining all the domain knowledge, how the data has been flowing from higher granularity to the lower granularity, so that you will be able to understand what information is being stored in the data, and based on that only you will be able to analyze, right? So more and more time should be spent on the data itself, so that you can gather more and more information, study the data from start to end or in and out, and so that everything is available, and only the part which will be left is creating the dashboard, designing the dashboard, which is the easiest part, right? But the hardest part is learning about all the data, right? So this is the data we have. I request you to learn the data from start to end, everything. Once you understand the data, whatever I will be doing in the dashboard will be very much easy for you to understand. All right. So this is all about the data. Now we will move ahead and start designing our dashboard. All right, guys. Now we will start designing our dashboard. And as you all know that whatever we will be doing, we will be creating a pivot table, and I hope you all know what is a pivot table. So pivot table is nothing but from this particular data which we have, we will try to create a summarized table, and where all the values will be aggregated on the dimensions which we have. If you see, you can see the city here, the Bangalore is repeated again and again. So what you can do is, when you create a pivot table, the Bangalore will be shown in one single cell itself. But all these particular values which are there, they will be aggregated over here for a single value. So let's say you will see the sum of price or sum of sales. You will all be also seeing the average ratings or sum of ratings count, sum of orders, and all those information, right? So this is what actually pivot table does for us, and it is a kind of similar thing what we do in Tableau or in Power BI. Here we have to create a pivot table, and based on that only, when we summarize the data, we'll be able to find out all the information which is required from our problem statement. All right. So first thing first, what we have to do is we have to convert this entire data in the table format, which is already converted, right? So I will add this particular data in the form of converted into table form only. So nothing but what we have to do is we have to click anywhere in the data, and we just have to press Control T because it is already converted into table format. It will be not converted in it again. So what we have to do is if it is not, you have to press Control T for table. Okay, and you will be asked to what is the range you have to convert. You don't have to click anywhere, just click on OK and entire will be converted into table format, and all the headers will be automatically given a filter so that you will be able to just change, or you can not change, you can see what are the values available in all these particular columns or fields, and take more and more insights from here, right? So now, as per our problem statement, if you see over here, what we have to do is we have to find out the first KPIs. So we will find out all the KPIs first. And to do that, what we have to do, as I told, we have to create we can say a pivot table. So for that, what I will do, there at the top there are different ribbons available over here. So for that, I will just go in insert. Okay, you just have to go in insert, and you have an option here called pivot table. So I'll just click on this pivot table, and a new dialog box will be opened. So it will ask us on what range you have to create a pivot table, and you can see there are some dotted running lines available over here, right? So automatically it is selecting this particular data which is converted into table a few minutes ago. So you can see this is the entire data that we want. Okay, so make sure that all the data is being used over here. So you can see this entire data we are going to make use of, and it is asking us whether we want to create this in a same sheet or we have to create it in a new sheet. So always create in a new worksheet. You can create in a same worksheet also, but what will happen, it will be very much messy. So if you are an expert, if you are an pro, you can create it in the same sheet, but my recommendation would be to go ahead and create it in a new worksheet. So I'll just click on OK. As soon as you click on OK, a new dialog box will be, or a new sheet will be opened here. You can see at the bottom, a new sheet has been opened. And in that particular sheet, a new pivot table has been opened. And here at the right hand side, you will see that there are different, fields available. And at the bottom, there are different shelves available like filter, columns, rows, and values, where you can drag and drop all of these particular columns, values, and you can display the table or KPIs whatever you want. So if you click so I right now I'm clicking here in the pivot table, but when I click outside of this pivot table, you can see those field values are been gone, right? But if you click again over here in the pivot table, they will come back over here. Sometimes what will happen, you will close this. So even though you click here or inside of this or outside of this, this tables will, or that buttons will not be able to see for you. So what we have to do is we have to click anywhere inside this dialog box which has been generated, and here the information is that turn on the pivot table field list. So right now it is turned off, and it is asking us to turn it on so that you can create a visualization over here. So for that, what you have to do, you have to go in pivot table analyze, and here you have an option called field list, right? In pivot table analyze, you have an option called field list. Just click on that, and it will again show it back, right? So this is a very basic information, but most of you would find a trouble on how to show it and how to close it, right? So now what we have to do is we have to find out total sales, and total sales is nothing but we already have, if you see in our data, a price information. So based on this only we'll be finding out the total sales. So what I will do, I will take the sales, the price from here, okay, and just click on it, right? Or you can just check it, and it will automatically go in values. If you go in rows or anywhere, just go ahead and bring and drag it to values, right? And here also, in this way also, you can bring it over here. If you want to see, I'm just taking the price over here and I'm adding it to values, right? So whichever way you want, you just have to put it into values, a shelf, so that you will see the summarized values. So here you can see, if you see in the data there, the price are at different rows over here, and we spread it over different column for different cells. But here in pivot table, what it does is it creates and summarize the value which is shown in single value. So it adds up all the values and it shows in a single cell over here, right? So and this is what we want, right? So this is the price we have found out. Then we have to find out average rating. So we have a rating over here. We just drag and drop it over here, and this is the rating, but it is taking sum of rating, but we want a average of that rating. So what we will do, you can see a small drop down is there at the rating, sum of rating. Just click on this, and then we have a value here called value field setting. Just click on this value field settings, and you can see a summarize option is available for us. And in this there are different summarize values or summary aggregations available for us. We have to just choose average over here, and I will just click OK. And you can see now we can see average ratings over here. All right. Similar way, what we have to find out is average order value. The average order value, that field is not directly available for us over here. So we will later we will find it. First, we will skip this for now, but next what we will find out, rating count. So we have a rating count over here. We just drag and drop. So this is the sum of rating count. That is what actually we want. So a rating count of all the restaurants which we have. Then total orders. So total orders, as I told you, if you see in the data, each and every row provide us the information of the order which has been placed, right? So to find out, we have to find out the count of each and every row. So for that, what we will do, I will just go over here and I will just use a state, or we can say a dish name over here. So I'll just take dish name and I will add it over here. It will automatically take the count of each and every dish or each and every row wherever the dish is available, and that is nothing but the row count for us, right? Or you can also create a column over here, right? You can just right click and I'll just create an insert. Okay, and you can just mention here a row ID, right? And based on that row ID, it will give us the information of each and every row. That is also one way, but I don't think so, because there are no blanks available in this dish name, right? Until and unless a blank is available, you can see there is no blank available. Each and every uh, cell have a values, right? If there is a blank, that particular row would not be counted in this particular count of all. And if you see here, count, total count, if you see at the bottom, it is 197431, right? And if you see the same value, you will see 197430. One is extra. Why? Because extra has been counted as a row for an header, and that we don't want, right? If you skip this header, if you take one row less, it will be giving us the same count, right? So this is how you can cross check it. And next thing what we have to find out is average order value. So now to find out the average order value, I will name it as AOV over here, nothing but short form for average order value. So for that, we have a formula for us, that it is nothing but division of, or we can say a ratio of sum of, or we can say sales divided by total orders. So what we will do is equal to sales divided by, okay, you can just use a divided by total orders and just hit enter, and this is nothing but an average order value. All right, so this is how you find everything. Now we have found out all the KPIs. I'll just mention it over here. I will just make it and I will just merge and center, and I'll name it as KPIs. Okay, and I want you also to follow this kind of practice, okay, so that it will be easy for whenever a new user is visiting your dashboard, or you are visiting your dashboard after a long time. So you will be able to understand. If you forget everything, you will be able to understand what has been found out over here. So what is this, what is these values? So it will be easy for, and it is a good standard practice. If you want to send this entire sheet to your client also, your client will be also able to understand that is in this analysis sheet. So I'll name this sheet as analysis sheet, because we are going to make all the analysis over here, all the calculations over here. So your client, or you yourself, or your any colleague will be able to understand what analysis has been done and what is the name of that particular analysis. So it is always a good practice to do such kind of things. All right, now next what we will do, we will create our dashboard. So simultaneously here we will be creating our dashboard. So we will add all our KPIs in our dashboard and we will start our design, right? So I will create a new sheet. So just click on new sheet and I will name it as dashboard. Okay. So here we'll be creating our dashboard. So let's do some formattings over here. So I'll just first go in views and I will turn off the grid lines. So I'll just turn off the grid line so you can see the grid lines are not visible for us, so that we can do and create our analysis over here. And next thing what we have to do is we will have to add all our shapes, give color to those shapes, and based on that we will start our design. All right. Okay, so first what we will do, we will add all placeholders, backgrounds, and all those kind of stuffs we will do first. So I'll just go on insert. You can just go into insert and there are different shapes available over here. So I will choose a square rectangle shape and I will just draw a rectangle, random rectangle over here. And I will just go in shape format over here. And in height and width, I will choose everything over here. So height, I will choose it as 21.1 as an height for me. And the width for this dashboard, I will use it as 37.3. Okay. So this will be my placeholder for the dashboard. I will just select this and I will make it as center. Okay, so I'll just bring it at center so it will be at the center of my screen. So I will recommend you to go ahead and use your own layouts. If you are using my layout, what will happen that you will be not able to fit everything in single screen. But if you are using it, so there are different zooming options available. So you can use these zoom in options and you can fit this particular entire shape in that particular screen. So everything is available in a full screen for you, so that you don't have to scroll up and down whenever you are doing this entire analysis. All right. Because the resolution for you and me it is different. Now I will right click here and I will click on format shape, and a different dialog box will be opened for you. You can do the formattings from your shape format also, but I like this option, so I'll just right click it and I've just created a format shape, and I will drop down this and fill. What I will do, there is an option for different colors over here, so I'll just go in more colors, and here you have to go in custom. You will see standard, you have to go in custom, and here I will be adding my code over here as FEECDE. So this is the color code which I'll be using. I'll just click OK. So this is the background light color that I'm going to use, and all colors, because we are using a Swiggy analysis and we will be using all the colors which are related to Swiggy logo or their website or their app. In that way only we are going to keep that everything color combinations. All right. And now next thing what we have to do is I will just go in line. I will just use no line. Okay. So, or what we'll do, we'll use a line over here. I'll go in solid line. I'll change it to 1 point and I will use a red color line. Okay. So this will be an background for us. And next thing what we will do, we will have to create a placeholder over here, which will be a left hand navigation placeholder, where all filters and all other logo and all those things will be placed, right? So I'll go in insert again. I'll create a shape and I'll use a square shape over here again, and I will create a shape over here, right? Then go in shape format, and the height for this I will be using is as 20.3. Okay, this will be height, and the width I will be using it as 5.6, right? And I will just hit enter and make sure this is in centimeter. Okay, I'm using everything in centimeter. From here you can change it over here, right? So there are options available. You can use it either in centimeter or whatever you want, right? But I'm using it in centimeter, so just try to use the same measures over here. Now I will just right click and go in format shape. So I will just click on no line over here. I don't want any border on this. And in color, what I will do, I will just go in more colors. So the color code which you will be using for this will be FC8019. Okay, and I'll just click on OK. So this is the color code which we'll be using for this particular placeholder. Now we will go ahead, and now what we have to bring is we have to bring all those KPIs over here. But before that, what I will do, I have to create a placeholder for that KPI. So I'll just go in insert again, and from here I'll be using here rounded rectangle shape or rounded rectangle corner, and I will just go ahead and I'll create it over here. Okay, and now I will just go in shape format again. I will use an height and width for this. So height I will be using it as 2.5, and width for this I will be using it as 5.3. Okay, so this is the placeholder for me, and right click and I will click on here, and on this I will just click on no line, and in fill I will use it as white color, and then go here in effects, then go in glow, not in glow, go in shadow, and we'll use this particular shadow. Okay, this one. Okay, so you will use the shadow for this, and now I'll just reduce this. You can see a yellow circle over here. You can use it for changing its corner radius. So I'll change a corner radius for me, and I'll use this, right, this corner radius. So this looks nice. If you want, you can change it more. Okay, likewise, right, and I will just adjust it more. So I'll just close this first and try to align the top this line of this rectangle and this line, make it at okay, perfectly matched over here. Okay, and because we have 5 KPI holders, I will create this 5 shapes. So I'll just click on Control C and Control V. Okay, so I have just created this one more, and you can use Control D also, if, or just press Control and you can create these 5 instances, right? So it's up to you how you create it. Okay, so this is how I have created, because we have 5 KPIs. Right now what we will do, we have to align this properly. Okay, so what I will do for that, so this is the KPI folder which I will adjust it at the end over here. So this much space I will keep. Now I will just select all of this, press Control and select all of these, then go in shape format. Okay, and here you have an option called align. Just click on align middle. Okay, so you can see they are perfectly aligned middle, and click here again and click on distribute horizontally. So you can see all the space in between this, all the placeholders will be perfectly aligned and clear. So you can see they are perfectly aligned over here. The space between them is very much similar, as well as all the edges, and from top and bottom they are in perfect horizontal straight line. All right, so these are the placeholders which we have created. And now I will just select all of this and I will just take a bit up. Okay, 1 point up. I will just use it so that it is perfectly aligned this particular line. And now see, in Excel alignment is a difficult issue, but if you do it repetitively, it will be very much easy for you. Okay, now next thing what we will do, we will just have to go ahead and do some analysis. Right now we have to actually do some analysis and bring all of these KPIs into this we can see placeholders, right? All right, guys, so now we have created all the space holders which will take our all the KPIs over here. My system was hacked, so you might have seen some lag in between that, but I hope you did all of this correctly. So for that I will just repeat what I have did. So I'll just select all of these placeholders from here, and you have to go in shape format, and here you can see this is the height and width I have used. Height is 2.5 and width is 5.3. So what you have to do first is you have to go in align, and first you have to distribute, or you have to align it middle. Middle means what? All of this will be aligned perfectly in in this horizontal direction. They will be perfectly in one in this one single line. Okay, all of these. And when you click distribute horizontally, what is these do is, once you click on distribute horizontally, it will just create a similar space which is there in between all of these space holders. So it will look nice and it will look very much professional, so that you can do a professional dashboarding or reporting in Excel. All right, in Excel, creating all of this is bit alignment and all of this is bit complex, or we can say very much effort you have to put in, and once it is disturbed you have to do it all of these things again and again. All right, now next thing what I will do, I will just go and insert, and now we have to bring all of the KPIs. So I will just go and insert, and I will create a text box over here. So this is the text box which I have created. Okay, now what we have to do is we have to bring our KPIs into this. So when I click on this text box, you can see a cursor is blinking. You don't have to do a selection of this text box in this particular way. What you have to do is you have to click on outer side of this text box. I will just increase the size, and you can see I will just click on outer side of the text box, and here you can see no cursor is been blinking inside it. And now you have to bring that particular KPIs over here. So for that what I will do, I'll just click over here and I will type is equal to. So just go in formula bar, select this, go in formula bar, press is equal to, so that all the formula is been set. So just press is equal to, then you have to go into your analysis sheet, and now this is the value which you have to bring into this particular KPI. So I'll just select this value and I will just hit enter. As soon as you do that, you will get an error message that this formula is missing a range reference or a defined name. What does it mean? That it cannot bring that particular value which is stored inside the pivot table into this particular text box. So when I just click on OK and I will just click escape. So what we have to do is, in this particular analysis table, we have to bring this value outside of this text box, right? And I will just delete this particular slicer from here so that you will be able to understand. I already brought when this, I'm just re-recording this because my PC was hanged. So what I will do, what we have to do is we have to bring this value outside of this pivot table. Right now it is stored inside the pivot table. By using this pivot table analyze option, we have created this. So to bring it outside the pivot table here inside this cell, what I will do, I'll just press is equal to and I will select this value. You can see this is taking the reference of all of this formula from pivot data. So this is get pivot data is nothing but the stored value inside this pivot table, and I will just hit enter. And you can see it has been brought over here and automatically the formatting is being provided. But what I will do, I'll just bring it over here. Okay, so I'll just press is equal to and I will just this and I will just hit enter. And you can see the value has been brought over here. So what does it mean? That I am bringing this value in this particular cell, but it is keeping the reference from this particular value itself. So I'll just help you explain this. So what I will do, I will just go over here. I will go in pivot table analysis and I will just insert one slicer over here. So just click on slicer. We can also call it as a filter. So I'll just select the state and I'll bring the state filter over here. So now let's say you want to see only value for Delhi. So when I click on Delhi, you can see all these values are changing over here, but this value is also changing. What does it mean? That if this is changed, this is also changed because we have brought this value, the value which is stored over here, it is being brought from here itself. So in this way only we want to bring all of the values over here. So I'll just press is equal to over here and we'll bring this value also, hit enter. Use this also is equal to this value, I will hit enter. I will press is equal to here this value and I will hit enter, and I will just press is equal to here and use this and I will hit enter. So now this is what our total sales. So this is our total sales. This is our average rating. Okay. And this is our rating count. Okay. This is nothing but our orders, and this is our average order value, right? So this is actually what we needed, and I will just go in home and I will just use this way. Okay, and from here we will bring those values in our pivot table now, right? And now I will just go to dashboard. Now I will just select that outside of this particular text box. Okay, just select outside of this text box. No cursor should be blinking in it. I will just go over here, press is equal to, go to analysis, and now I will select this value, not this value, select and hit enter. As soon as you do, you can see the value is being brought over here. Why? Because whenever we are doing this kind of thing, what happens is the value which is there, this is outside the pivot table, but it has a reference from the pivot table and it can be brought into our text box, right? So this is how you do it. But if you see in the dashboard, this value is very much big. We will convert all of these values, we'll convert this in millions and have two decimal points and have a currency as rupees. So for that, what I will do, I'll just select this value, I will right click and I will create on format cells or click on format cells, or you can just select this value and press Control 1. Then also this dialog box will be opened. And what I will do now, currency, obviously we can choose this currency, but I will just use custom. Okay, so you can see for here what I will do now, I will use a custom format over here. So you can use, so what I will use 0. Okay, so you can see decimal point has been gone from here. So 0. When I use 1 comma, it is nothing but the thousand separator. When I use 2 times, it will again go. So you can see 6 values are been gone from here, and it is nothing but now a million separator, right? So whenever you're using 2 commas over here, it is million separator. 1 comma, it is nothing but a thousand separator. But after that, what we want is we want two decimal points. So I'm using a dot and I'm using 0 0, so nothing but two values after that. And at the end I want a million. So for that, what I will do, in double inverted comma I will press M. Okay, so you can see it is in million, and I will just click on OK. You can see it has been converted into million, and here also in dashboard also you can see that value has been converted here, right? Because it has been converted here, same reference has been taken here, so it will be converted here also. But we want to add decimal points also, or nothing but currency. So I'll just press Control 1, and let's say if you can press currency from here. Okay, and if you do over here, so you can see it is getting converted back again to all of this. I'll just press Control Z and I'll press Control 1 over here. And here you can see rupee symbol is there, right? So here you can see a rupee symbol is there. I will just copy this entire rupee symbol, Control C. Okay, again go back to custom, and when you scroll down, you can see that value is been stored over here, right? Or wherever, whatever you have written, all those values will be stored over here, right? Or you can write again over here, right? So I'll just press all, and I will use 0 comma comma dot 0 0. At the end you want million, in double inverted we have to add that. And here also in double inverted I will paste rupees over here, double inverted, and I will add one space in between that, and I'll just click on OK. So whatever formattings or custom formattings you are using, it will be stored at the end over here. When you scroll down, all will be stored over here, and I'll just click on OK, and you can see a rupee symbol is added. Similar way, what I will do, I will choose it for average ratings also. I'll press Ctrl 1, go to custom, but here we do not want any decimal point, right? Or we can say, sorry, not decimal point, we do not want any currency. So it will be simple for us. I would just want two decimal points after this value. So I'll use this particular format, right, which is already available, and I'll just click on OK, and it is converted. Similar way, Control 1, and I will use custom. And here now what we want to convert this into millions, but we do not want any currency symbol. So what I will do, I will go in custom, and here what I will do, I will use 0 comma comma, okay, dot 0 0, because we want two decimal points, and at the end in double inverted comma we will add million, and I'll just click on OK. So you can see it is converted. Similar way, this we will convert this into thousands because I want it in thousand. So again 0 1 1 comma, it will be a thousand separator. So just keep 1 comma. We want two decimal points, so dot 0 0, and in double you will type K because it is converted into a thousand separator. And just I'll just click on OK. Now you can see it is converted to thousand separator. And for this also, what we want, I will go in custom, and if we just want two decimal points, you can see two decimal points. But at the end when we want to add again rupees. Okay, so what I will do, I'll just copy this. I will go back to this, and here in double inverted commas I will add rupees over here, close double inverted comma and one space, and click OK. And in this way you can see all the values are been now converted into the proper format as we needed it. And now we will go ahead and add all of this into our dashboard. And if you see, if you want to see for Goa, you can see all values are now changing. If you want to see for Delhi, Assam, whichever state you want, right? If you want to see for Maharashtra, likewise, right? And if you want to see all, you just have to click here, you will see all the values, right? So in this way, how you do formattings, and as well as how you bring all of those value into the dashboard. Now we will bring all of this value in this placeholders, and we will do formattings. We will change the font color and all other things which are required as per our problem statement. Okay, so now we'll do formattings on this particular text. I'll just select this text. I'll go to home, and I will choose the text as Sagio UI semi-bold. I will use this, and I will make it as 12. Okay, and now we'll do some more formattings on the shape. So I'll just go in shapes over here, and in shape fill I will click on no fill, and on shape outline I will click on no outline. So everything is in this particular way. So I'll just bring it over here. Okay, so just try to bring it over here. So in the same way how we have created over here, right? So in this particular way, total sales. So I'll just select this entire thing again, and I will just go to home, and from here the color which I'll be using for this would be this, right? A little not very much black. So again I will choose. Okay, so from here I'll may choose this. Okay, yeah, fine. And now for this value also we have to do some formatting. So I'll just go in home. I'll just choose this center first, then this center. I'll make it this way and I'll increase it this way. And in shape format again, what we have to do is, sorry, choose the shape first, then go in shape format, and here I'll just click on no outline and no fill, right? Then go to home, and for this also I will choose it as Sagio. I'll just choose Sagio for this, okay, not semi bold. Okay, I'll just go down, find it. Okay, just use Sagio and I'll make it as bold. Okay, and the font size I will be using it as 23, right? I'll just increase it likewise. So, all right, and now just try to bring it over here nice and clean. Okay, this also will make it at center of this in this way. Okay, yeah, perfect. All right, and now what we will do, I'll just copy this all of these two values. Okay, control C and control V, and I'll bring it over here to add other values over here, right? Similar way, control C, control V, so that we will add quickly all other values also. Control C, control V, and control C, control V. Okay. Try to add at random position, but at center, then we will align it later. Okay. Perfect. Now, next thing what we have to do over here is, so this is all about total cells, and the other one we have to find out is average ratings, right? So this will be average rating. We'll change the name of this as average rating. Okay, this is our average rating, and now we'll change this value also. So just select this text box, go to here, change this analysis, keep is equal to as it is, come over here, and we have to select this average rating. Just select this value. Right now you can see we have to change the formatting of this also. What we will do, I'll just select this value, go to home, click on format painter, and I will just click on this value. You can see it will be automatically formatted with this particular format, right? Now here what we have to do is, we have to go ahead and find out is the rating count, or as per problem statement what we have to find out is average order value, right? So I'll name it as average order value. Okay, so this is our average order value. I will come to this and I will change this to is equal to, I will go to analysis, and this is our average order value, and just select it. Okay, similar way what we will do, go to home, click on format painter, and select this value. Automatically this will be formatted, right? Similar way, as per our problem statement, what we have to find out is ratings count. So we'll change this to rating count, right? Then I'll just select this, go to analysis, and here is the rating count. Just select this value and hit enter. Oops, we have to go over here and we have to delete this first. Okay, come to here and select the rating count, hit enter. Similar way for this also, what is the last value that we have to find out is total orders. So I'll name this as total orders. Then select this value and first delete this, come to analysis, and these are the total orders. Just hit enter. And now we'll do formatting. So just go on home. I will double click on format painter. Just double click on format painter. Select this value first and this value first. So you can use multiple formattings if you're using a double select. Right. And now I will click on escape. So these formattings will go away. Right. And so it's is equal to, again I have to give the reference for this. I have clicked somewhere else. Okay, so this is how I will save this everything, and now we'll align this properly. So for that, what I will do, I'll just select all of these, select all of these top headers, right? Then go to shape format, go on align and click on distribute horizontally, as well as use align middle. Perfect. And we'll just take it a bit up. Similar way, these also select all of these. Okay, go to shape format and click on align middle. So you can see they are middle aligned. Pick it up as well. Okay, so you can see they are at perfect center of this particular KPI holder. Next thing what we will do, we will add the total sales shapes over here. You can see this particular icons we will add over here. So for that we have to go in insert. Okay, just go in insert. The images which I have used are already available in the description box. From there you can download all those images. So I'll go in pictures, and here I'm seeing multiple options, but if you are also saying just go to place over sales. Okay, and I have to use from this device. Okay, place over sales and from this device, and I will select that images from here. So you can see here all the images are available. The first I will be using for revenue, I'll just click on insert, and you can see the image has been inserted, and I will just reduce it likewise, and I'll just bring it and I'll place it over here, right? So in this way you have to do it for all of them. So I'll just go in insert again, and I will do it quick this time. So from here I will bring the ratings. Okay, and I will just reduce it. I'll bring it over here. Okay, and in this I will use it as 0.6. I'm using at 0.6 because this will be the perfect size for me. You can use your own size, or if you want you can use directly also by mouse. Then I'll go in this device, and on average order value I'll just select this, and I will go in format and I will use 0.6. Okay, and I'll just bring and place it over here. Okay, similar way, go to insert again, picture, place over sales from this device, and we have to find it for rating count. So I'll just take it this one, and I will name it as, give the width and height as 0.6. So here it is. Okay, and again go in again insert, and now we have to bring it for total orders. So this is total orders, and I'll be using it as 0.6 and place it over here. Perfect. Right, so this is how you place all the icons. So now we have to also place the icon for our Swiggy logo also. I'll go in shapes first, and I will create a placeholder for our logo over here. Okay, and I'll go in shape format, and I'll just click on outline as no outline, and shape fill I'll be using it as this. Okay, I will take it right up. Okay, just make it as center, and now we'll go in insert and go in picture again, and from here I will choose the Swiggy logo. So this is the Swiggy logo, and I will just reduce it, and I'll try to place it over here at the center. Okay, so this is how you place the logo, and we have also created all the KPIs also. So what insights can be taken from here, and it will be dynamic at the end. I will add all those filters. So if you can take insights from here, you can see the total sales for the entire span of the data is 53 million sales are there. Average rating from all the restaurants and for all the foods it is 4.34. Average order value for single order, the order value is 268 rupees, and this is also in rupees. And the ratings, how many ratings the order previous orders are been given is, you can see this ratings, you can take it at center. This also you can bring it at center. So it is 5.59 million, as well as what are the total orders placed. It is nothing but 197.43 thousand orders are been placed. So this is a quite of good analysis for us, and at higher level this can be an KPI or a summarized values which can be generated from here. And now next we have to go ahead and we have to create our all other charts now, right? So for that we have to go in problem statement and see what we have to create first. All right, now for the charts requirement, as per our problem statement, the first way to find out is the monthly sales trend. Okay, So for that, I will just go over here and I will just try to use this Control C and I will paste it over here. Control Z. One sec. Let me see if I can copy this pivot table. Mostly it does not copy. So I will just go back to Swiggy data. And from here, I will just create a pivot table again because I'm not able to copy it. So I'll just go in insert and I will create a pivot table and I will just create it on existing worksheet. And from here, I can choose the worksheet from here. Okay. Or we can just create it in a new worksheet. Okay. So just go ahead and create it in a new worksheet. I'll just create on a new worksheet and just click OK over here. So for here, what I will do, and here we have to create it on month. So what I will do first, I will just take order date and I will add it into rows. So just add order date into rows. You can see automatically it is taking the month as a granularity and you can change it over here. So I'll just remove days and I will just remove the order date. So it will just show it in automatically at month. So whenever you have a date field in your data, it will automatically show the date and a day and all those things available at the granularity. And we have to see the total sales. So I'll just see the price and I will add it into values. You can see automatically the price is added in front of this, right? So now I'll just copy this entire table, Control C, and I will come to my analysis table itself and I will paste it over here. Okay, so you can see I have pasted it over here and I will just delete this particular row. So you can see that pivot table has been brought and copied over here. Now we will do all the analysis at this place itself. All right, and now here I will just go to pivot table analyze option and here we have an option called pivot chart. So just click over here anywhere inside this table, go to pivot table analyze option, and from here you can create a chart. So just create a pivot chart and we are going to create a line chart over here. So just click on OK and you can see a line chart has been created. I will just reduce it and I will just bring it over here likewise, and all of these values. Okay, so just right click on these values and click on hide all the field buttons. Right click all field buttons on chart, just delete this title and delete this as well. All right, and now what we will do, we'll do some more formatting. So you can see in this particular created value you have to create in this kind, right? So we have to create in this kind that particular line chart. So I'll just delete this grid lines also, we don't want to grid lines. And now select his particular chart, go to design, and here you can see there are different designs available. So I'll just go ahead and I will choose this kind of design. And now we will bring this into our dashboard. So first I will go in dashboard and I will create a placeholder for this. I'll just select this placeholder and I'll Control C and Control V over here. I'll just copy it and I will go in shape format and here I will choose the height for this as 5.41 as a height for me, and the width for this I will choose it as 13. Okay, so this is the height and width and I will just reduce this a bit. Okay, so this will be the placeholder. Now I will just copy this chart, Control C, and I will just bring it over here and paste it. Alright, and now we have to do here some formattings on this. So I'll just take all the way below over here this and in this particular way. Alright, and I'll just delete this now. Now we have to do formattings on this chart more. So just right click over here, I will go in format chart area. Okay, now in fill, here you can see I will just click on gradient fill over here for the chart area, and I will delete this all these gradient stops. In between stops you have to just select this and delete, select this and delete. Okay, and in gradient fill, the first fill which I will be using, for that the color code I will be using as hashtag FEECDE. This will be the first gradient fill for me, and the second gradient fill I'll just click on this and I will click on more colors, and for this it will be for me as FFF8F3. Okay, so this will be my second gradient fill, right? So in this way I'm using my gradient fill. You can see everything is been white, so I'll just click on these values. First what I'll do, I'll go in analysis and I'll select all of these values, press Ctrl 1, go in custom, and you can scroll down. You can see the you know the convert the custom converter which we have used. You can see for this millions I will use this only, but I will use it as one decimal point only, and I'll just click on OK. You can see the decimal points are done, and those will be affected over here also. First I will go in home and I will make this as this first. Okay, and here also select this at the bottom, these values. Okay, and I will go in home and I will just select this first thing, right? And from here I will choose it as semi bold and I will use one smaller. Now we have to change this line also. Just go to line, so come over to this line over here, and for this line I will use the width as 2.25, and the color for this I will go in more colors, go in custom, and the color code for the line I will use is as AA4E02, and just click on OK. So this is the line which we will be using. Okay, so I'll just select on this particular line, come over here, sorry, and now I will go into the markers. So in marker what I will do, I will use 6 and I will use it as circle, or okay, let it be, I'll use it as solid fill and I will make it as a bit black color. Okay, so this is the marker line that we are going to use, and then we have to choose our drop lines as well. So these lines also, if you see, text lines. Okay, and you can see label and tick marks are also available over here. So first I will go in axis options, and in tick marks I will make this as this color. Okay, and now go to drop lines, and in drop lines I will make the line as let's make it as 0.75 itself, but the color for this I'll be using it as this color. Okay, or yeah, I mean this is fine, or we can increase the color. Okay, just use this, is fine. Okay, and this below axis line I want to change it. Let's see how we can do that. Line, you can see automatic, I'll just click on solid line, and from here let's choose it as black. Yeah, you can see it has been changed, or we can change it more. Instead of very much black, we'll use it as light radiant black, this one. Okay, this is fine. Okay, so this is how you create the line chart, and more I will just go in markers again. So I will just go on this line first, select this line, go over here, go in markers, and I'll just click on no border line. We don't want any border line at the outer area. Similarly, this also, go to here in line. Okay, and I'll choose it as smooth line. We want the line as smooth, and okay, I think so this is fine. Okay, so this is the line which we are going to use. All right, so there are more multiple options also available. I'll just select this chart first. I'll click on no line first over here, right? And more what we can do over here is here shadow. We don't want any shadow, we don't want any glow. I'll just click on none. Okay, so you can see it was shadowing first. I will just click on no shadow first, and now it is looking better now. Okay, so this is how you create a line chart, and you can take an insights also from here. So first what I'll do, I'll just give the name of the title from, I'll just Control C and Control V over here, and you can see the title name, we will name it as monthly trend, or you can give whatever is there here, monthly sales trend. Okay, I will give it as monthly sales trend. Okay, increase it, and from here in home I'll just use it as left alignment, and now I will bring it over here. Perfect. Okay, so this is our monthly sales trend analysis, and if you look at this particular trend, you can see January is the maximum selling around 6.8, more than 6.8. February is the least, then it's slightly increasing in March and April. But if you take a look, January and then August, so May and this all these particular months are having the highest sales. February is the least, and then the second least would be June. So these are the months which should be focused, and more offers and discounts should be brought on this particular months. So more and more sales can be, happened in this particular month, based on different offers that can be provided by Swiggy to the customers, as well as they can ask their restaurants, which are connected with them, also to provide more and more offers. All right. So this is how you do the monthly sales trend. And now we will go ahead and do our next analysis. Alright guys, so now welcome to the second part of this video, and we will move ahead to our next chart. And as per our problem statement, we have to create a daily sales trend, right? But we will skip this. First, what we will do, we will create the total sales by food type. Okay, and this we will create later after we create this pie chart. Okay, so we have to create total sales by food type. And if you come into our data, I will just show you the data. And if you see in the data, we do not have the food type, field available for us. So, but for that, what we have to do is we have to create an calculation based on this dish name, and then we will have to create a new field which will tell us whether that dish is a veg or a non-veg dish, right? So what we have to do is, I will just go ahead and create a new column. I will just right click here and I will create an insert, and I will name this as food type. So I've already written a calculation for this, but I will explain you what does it mean actually. So you can see there are a few keywords which we have to identify over here, and based on that keywords only, what we will do is we will have to go ahead and create that particular thing, that is feedback. So, and mostly we will go ahead and find out the non-veg keywords like chicken is there or all those things, right? Chicken, mutton, or omelette, and all those, right? So if you go ahead and if you click on the drop down here, and if you go ahead and find over here, so you can see somewhere you will see chicken, right? So butter chicken, somewhere it is non-veg, right? Here you can see it non-veg and all those things, right? So we will name it as a non-veg food, though whether that particular order have both veg and non-veg, still we will categorize that in a non-veg only, because this is how we are trying to play with the data. I'm just trying to tell you how to write this calculation and how is it is done. So first what I will do, I will just copy the calculation, so I will help you understand what is actually mean. I will press is equal to, and I will paste it over here, and I will just try to show you the calculation first. So if you see over here, we are using an if condition, and then we are using an or condition. Or is nothing but to match with multiple text. We'll use an or condition, that if not this, then or likewise, right? And what we are doing is we are finding out chicken, we are finding out egg, we are finding out fish, mutton, prawns, biryani, kebab, right? So spell mistakes, right? So, and veg, non-veg, and all. Right, so we are using an is number field just to check and search whether that keyword is available in this particular dish name or not, right? So this is what actually we are going to write. So I'll just expand this to the fullest. So just make a note of whatever is been written on the screen. You can pause the screen and you can write the same calculation for you as well. All right, so this is how you write this particular calculation. I will pause the screen for 2 to 3 more seconds, and if you use this calculation, we are going to identify all the text which is related to non-veg, so it will be easy for us to identify non-veg, and what is remaining, it will be everything veg, right? So because you are using an if condition, if this is satisfied, then it will be non-veg, right? This string will be printed. If not satisfied, then it will be veg, and I'll just hit enter. Okay, and now I will just collapse this, right? So now you can see a food type column has been created, but everywhere you see veg only. So let's see what's wrong in this. So if you check over here, guys, we are getting all the values as a veg over here. You can see all the values are veg, but we should get both the values. If I go ahead and check the formula, and when I click on this formula, you can see the cell references. So we are finding this value for H3. So Okay, so guys, you can see H is in the same column. So it is finding the value for the same column and it is giving us the result in the same column. So if the value is not matched, it will give all the wedge itself. So that's the reason this has been happening. But we have to find the value for dish name, and you can see dish name, all of these texts are available in G column. That is nothing but for this particular dish, we have to check whether it is veg or non-veg. So instead of veg, we have to change everything G over here. So we'll change all to G over here. Do that first. Okay, so we'll check change G. Okay, and now I will hit enter. And I will just collapse this now, and here, or we can say compress, and you can see we can see both veg and non-veg available for us now. All right, so this is how you create a food type for us. And now I'll go in dashboard back or in analysis first. So I will copy the pivot table from here again. I will paste it over here. Okay, and now what I will do, I'll go in pivot table analyze option. I will click on field list, and instead of this months, now I don't want months, right? So we have to find out everything based on food type. Food type, you can say field is been not available over here. To bring it over here, what we will do, we will go in pivot table analyze option and we'll click on refresh. So as soon as you refresh, you can see a food type is been available over here. Now I will just click on food type, and now you can see both the values are being present. Now next thing what we will do, we have to create a chart. So I will just go in pivot table analyze option, go on pivot chart, and from here I will just go on pie, and from here I will just select the donut chart. So I will just click on OK, and now you can see a donut chart is been created for us, right? And now I will right click and I will just remove all the feed buttons. I will remove this as well. Okay, and now we will bring this and we will add it in our dashboard. To first add it in our dashboard, what I will do, I'll just select this placeholder, Control C, Control V. I will try to bring it over here. Okay, then I will go in shape format and I will choose the width for this as, just specify the width for this as 6.27. Okay, so this will be the width where I will add my pie chart. So now I will go in the analysis sheet. I will copy the pie chart from here and I will paste it over here, right? And now we will do some formattings quickly. I'll just reduce it likewise and I will increase it likewise, right? So first I will go over here and in legend you can see I will add it on top. So I will add the legend at top. Then next thing I'll just increase it likewise. Now right click and click on format chart area. In fill I will click on no fill, and in border I will click on no line, right? Now I will just go over here in chart option and I will click on series total, and here in donut size explosion I will just reduce it. Okay, so I'll reduce it, let's say to 65%. Okay, and similar way I will go to effects, or just let's come to the colors. Okay, first I will just go to 1 second. So what we will do here, first I will go over here and I will add the data labels also, right? And here I will go in more options. In data labels I will come over here, and in label options we will show the percentage value also. We don't yeah, we can keep the percentage. All right, now what we will do, I will just do some more formattings on this. So what we can see the number, you can see is in the full form. So I will go in analysis tab here again. I will select these two numbers, press Control 1, go to custom, and we already have our format over here, which is this, right, which we have used. So I will just keep it at 1 decimal point and I will just click on OK. Right, so you can see it is at 1 decimal point. We will come back to our dashboard and you can see it has been applied over here. But a few more formattings we have to do. I will just click on this chart. Okay, I will just close this first, click on this, and we'll just increase the size from here, right? So you will be able to use this also. I mean, you can increase it in this way. And now we'll bring this text outside of this, right? Here we will add those text and I'll bring it to center over here. Then select this text, I will go to home, and from here I will choose it as Seijio semi bold. Okay, let's find it, semi bold, and I will reduce its size, right, to 7. So this is how you create this, and if you want you can take it a bit over here. All right, then this also will just try to bring it a bit up. Perfect. All right. Now I will just have to change the color of these donut explosions, right? So I'll just double click on this, right? So just go ahead and double click on this particular donut. Okay. And then go to home, and here you can see you can change the colors from here. I'll just choose this color, or we will just go ahead and choose this color. And for this also I'll double click on this. Okay. First click outside and then click this and double click on this, right? And then from here we will change this to let's say this, or this is fine, or we'll just go in more colors and we'll just use a light color over here. Okay, perfect. And just let me change this to 60, or let's make it 70. Okay, 70 is fine. All right, perfect. I will close this now and we'll add the title for this. Control C, Control V, and I'll bring it over here. Okay, and I will name this title by as sales by food type. Okay, so this is our title. I will control save this, and here you can see, if you can take a look, this is the veg and this is the non-veg, and from here you will understand that non-veg have 36% of share and veg have 64% of share, right? So most of, or we can say 64% of food which has been ordered is almost of, veg orders, right? So this is how you do the comparison of all of this, right? So this is how you do sales by food type. Also you can see this is our dashboard. Okay, and what we can do is, if you want, we can increase the density of this color. I'll just go in more colors and I'll make it more darker. Okay, this looks fine now. Perfect. All right, so this is how you do it. Now we will move ahead to our next requirement. And if you check our problem statement, now we will go ahead and find out our daily sales trend. All right, so for that, I will come over here. Sorry. So I will have to go in my data, and first what we have to do is we have to create a daily sales. But we have a order date field over here, but what we don't have is we don't have a daily day column. So for that, what we have to do, we have to extract the day from this particular order date. So for that, what I will do, I'll just go and click on insert. I will name it as day. And for that, we have to write a calculation over here. I will use a text function over here, right? So I'll use a text function. So it takes a value and what is should be the formatted text. So this is the value I want to be, converted into a day format. And what should be the text format? It is nothing but I will double inverted comma. I will add dd, small dd or capital dd in 3 times. Okay, and I'll just click on OK. As soon as you do, you will get the first 3 initial of those days. If you add 4 times, okay, you will get the full names, right? This is how it works. But I don't want the full names. I'll just go up. I just want the first 3 initials. I will go back and I'll just hit enter, and you can see I'm just getting all the 3 initials here, right? So this is how you do it. Now you'll control save it. I will go to my analysis tab back again. Okay, and just make sure that you change the names over here, guys, right? So the name which I have added over here, I will go in home and I will add this and merge. As I told you, whenever you are visiting or your colleague or your client is visiting, they should understand what is the analysis is been done for which particular chart and which particular business requirement. So this is what monthly trend. Okay, I will just name it as monthly trend, and you can go to home. I will make it as bold, and I will just select this entire thing. I will go to home again, and from here I will just choose as this border. Here I will choose as this border, and here what I'll do, I'll insert a column. I will reduce it so this looks nice. Similar way here also do the same thing. I will add this, and then I will add this merge and center, and I will name it as this is what by food type. Okay, I'll just select this. I will click on format vendor and I will use this over here, right? So control S. So this is how you should keep everything in pure format. So I'll now copy this and I will create a new pivot table. So the pivot table list is not available. So I'll go in pivot table analyze option, and here I'll turn on the list. And now what I will do, I will have to create it based on day, but the field is not available over here. So I will go over here and I will refresh everything. So you can see the day field has been available. Now instead of food type, I will use day. And you can see all the days are been brought over here. So we will do some quick formatting on this. Press Ctrl 1, go to custom, and the same way we will use this format over here. Okay, and I'll just click on OK. Right, you can see these are the values available. Okay, or we can change it to 2 decimal points also. This is also available for us. Perfect. Right. And now click on this particular table which has been created. Go to pivot table analyze option, click on pivot chart, and from here we will select this particular chart, right? That is nothing but vertical bar charts, and right click and click on hide all the buttons. Delete this and delete this as well as you can see grid lines. I will delete those as well. Okay. Now we'll go in dashboard and I will create a placeholder for this. I'll just copy this only. Control C, Control V, and I'll try to bring it down over here. Okay. Same. Okay. So we'll just keep it as it is. And now I will just go back, copy this, and I will go over here again and I will paste it over here. Okay. I'll close this and we'll do some formatting. So I just right click and click on format chart area. No line and no field. Okay. And now we will add it over here. Try to adjust it properly. Perfect. Okay, let's see how what colors we are using. Okay, these are the colors. Now what do we do? We'll just delete this because we are going to add the data labels itself directly over here. So I will add the data labels. So you can see these are the data labels. So it will be self-explanatory for us. And now what I will do, I'll just select this, right click, format data series. I will go in color options and here I will choose the fill as first line. I will choose as no, but I will click as gradient fill, and all these gradient stops I will delete this, and the first color which I will choose little bit this, and the second one or the second one I will choose it is will be say this. Okay, and next instead of angle as 90 degree I will make it as 0 degree. Okay, or instead of 0 I will make it as 180 degree because I want inverted colors. Okay, 180 or let's say 90, and so we'll make it as 270. Okay, perfect. So 270 is what we need. So it will be gradient from bottom to top. So let's see what colors are being used over here. So I'll just go right click, click on more format data series, and let me change this color. Okay, go in more colors and I'll make it a bit darker. Click OK, perfect. Now we'll come over here and the gap width I will just reduce it. I'll make it to 160. Okay, this is the gap width which I want. Perfect. Next I will select this, come over here, and I'll select this as Sergio semi board. Okay, and reduce it to let's say 8. It is fine. Perfect. Right. So then next what we will do, I will add this text title, and instead of monthly it will be daily or day sales trend. That also you can name it. Increase it likewise so it will look bigger one. Perfect. Right, so this is how you find out the daily sales trend. Next we will move ahead with our next problem statement, but before that, what can be the insight which will be taken from here? You can see the maximum sales are done on Sunday and Saturday and Sunday, right? So most of the foods are being ordered on Saturday and Sunday. Least are being ordered on let's say Monday and Tuesday, which is obvious because mostly on weekends people go ahead and they order the foods whichever they want to eat. They are at home. They try to enjoy different foods, cuisines, and based on that they go ahead and order it from Swiggy app, right? So which is very much obvious. And on weekdays the sale is a bit low as compared on Thursdays it is higher. There might be some reason. We can go ahead and check or deep dive in the data and check why is that. But this is how it is, right, guys? So now next what we will do, we will go ahead and our do our next analysis. Alright guys, so as per our next problem statement, what we have to do is we have to find out the quarterly performance, right? So again, what we will do, we will go in our Swiggy data, but again, the same thing, we do not have here the quarter data. So again, what we have to do is we have to create a quarter, calculations to extract the quarter. So this will be an intelligent calculation which we'll be writing over here. It will be a bit complex to understand, but if you understand it, it will be very much easy for you to do other calculations which are related to date and whenever you will be working in real time as well. All right. So first, what I will do, I'll just go ahead and insert a column over here, and I will name it as quarter. Okay. So this is the quarter, and what we actually want is we want Q1, Q2, Q3 in that way, right? So I will use an is equal to function first. Okay, and what I will do, I will use first, or I will write an entire calculation and then I will explain. I will use, because we want q1 and qt in that way, so I will use q as a text, which will be in double inverted commas, and I will use an and function. Then I will be using an int function. So int is integer, is what does it do is whatever number you have, whether it is in a decimal format, it will be converted it into a proper integer format, right? So in that way we are going to use this, and I will use one more bracket and I will use a month function, right? So what I will do, I will extract the month first. I will be extracting a month from here because from this date only we have to do extract. Then we will close the in month bracket. Okay, and I will subtract the one from here. I will close the integer bracket, or we can say the month bracket over here, sorry. And then I will divide everything by 3. I will close the integer bracket. I will add 1 over here, and I will add actually 1 over here, and I will hit enter. As soon as you do, you can see we are getting all the entire Q1, Q2, Q3. Now I will try to explain you how does this formula works, right? First, we'll start from here. So this is the month function which has been added over here. What does this do is month of order date. So let's consider for this particular field, right? So what does this will do is I will add it, I will write over here, right? So what month will do, 29/6/2025. So which is the month over here, 6, right? So it will give us a 6 as a value from here, right? So we are getting a 6 value over here, right? Then next, what is there, what we are doing here is we are subtracting 1 from here, right? So when I subtract 1 from here, 6 is converted to 5, right? Because 1 is been subtracted, right? Next, what we are doing is dividing everything by 3. So when I divide 5 divided by 3, so if I divide 5, so I will just add 5 divided by 3. So what does it give me? It give me value as 1.66, right? Now this 1.66 value is entire this value, right? So this is that particular entire value 1.66, and now integer is been used. So integer of 1.66, what it will give you, it will give, convert this all the value into, because what does do integer do, integer will convert all this value in in proper decimal format. So it is less than 2, and it is 1.66, but it is not exact 2, so it will give an integer value as 1 only for us, right? So this will convert this to 1. If it is 0.75, 0.8, 0.9 also, still it will give us as a value 0, because it is not a complete 2 or complete 3 value. So here also it is not complete 2, so it will go back to 1 itself, right? So what will happen now, we are getting 1 as a value for this entire value, and then we are adding one more over here. So then after one more we add, so 1 plus 1, it will count 2, right? So it will give us a 2, and because we are adding q at the start, so it will give q, and the output of this result will be 2, so we are getting q2 over here. So I hope you have understood. If you not, just go ahead and repeat, or see in repeat again whatever I have explained. It will be a bit hard, but if you do a calculations for this, and you will be able to understand why I wrote this particular calculations, right? So this will help you to give quarter over here. Now I will go in analysis tab, and firstly I will just mention this. So I will just go here, and I will merge and center, and I will name this what, daily trend. Okay, then I will just go to home, I will bold it, and I'll just select this entire thing, and I will go and make it as dark. Okay, the border. Now I will copy this pivot table, paste it over here. All right, And now I will go to pivot table analyze option, turn on the field list. Now we don't want day, we want quarter over here, but again the quarter is not been present. So I will go over here and I will refresh it, and you can see quarter will be available. So I'll just select the quarter. But what we want here is not only quarter, but we want here a rating as well, and we want total order. So for total orders, what I will do, I will take dish name, okay, or anything you can take. I'll just dish name and I will add use as count of that particular dish name. All right, and you can see I have been already created it over here. Here you can see the same way we have to create it in here as well. So what you have to do is this particular entire calculation we have to bring out of this pure table. So I will be writing it over here. Just write it far away so that, because we are going to make use of this picture, and the picture whatever is text size and shape is available over here, the same size and shape whenever we will be using this in our other dashboard will be used, right? So I will name this first as quarter, okay, and then this will be sales, right? Then here I will name it as rating, and then we will have orders, right? So this is what we need actually. And now what I will do, I will bring everything over here. So quarter, from here I will bring the quarter, hit enter, and I will drag it down, right? So this is quarter. Sales will bring it from here again, okay? So this is sales, but if I bring it, drag it downward, it will give me the same values. So for that, what I have to do is, here you can see quarter one, this sales, the first cell which I have selected, it is for quarter one, but it is in double inverted comma. It means what, this is a static value, it is not a fixed value. So to make it is a static value, because when you drag it down, it should be for quarter two. So I will change this and I will use this value, because this is also quarter one, and I will hit enter. So you can see value is same, but when I drag down the formula, you can see they are taking the other values over here. Similar way, rating, I'll just take the ratings from here, but one thing, that rating should be whatever we want, it should be in average. So I'll go over here, I will go field value setting and I will make it as average. So I'll just convert this to average. Okay. Oops, control set. So ratings we have to convert. I will convert this to average. So you can see it is converted to average now. And now I'll change this, and now we'll select the average value. All right. Now again, what we have to do, again, this is quarter one. So I'll just delete this, and from instead of this, I'll just select this quarter one. And now you can see the formula is completely dynamic. Same way, orders also I will choose it from here, but we have to make this formula dynamic. So I'll just delete this and I will select this particular value and hit enter. So oops, just delete it, is equal to, I will just select the orders from here, then come over here, and instead of this I will delete and I will add Q1. And now I will drag down the formula. So you can see all values are dynamic now. Now next thing what we have to do is, I will just go ahead and select all of this. First, what we'll do, we'll convert this into a proper format. So press Control 1 and let me check with what format we want it. So we want it up to 1 decimal point. So I'll just press Control 1. I will go in custom and I'll drag it down. So you can see this is for our 1 decimal point. So I'll just click on OK. Same way we'll do it for this also. We'll just go in custom, and this, instead of this, we want up to 1 decimal point. So I'll just delete one, similar way. For this also, we have custom and we already have used this one. So I'll just want at 1 decimal point. So I'll just go ahead and delete the 1 0, and I'll just click on OK. So you can see converted. Now I'll just select this and go to home. I will just change this to Seiju semi-bold. Okay. I will use the font as 11. Okay. And now what I will do, I'll just double click over here. So it will be perfectly adjusting to these values. This also, this as well, and this as well. Okay, now I'll just select all the values again, go to home, and I will just use it as center. Right. Now what I will do, I'll just select all these rows, right click, and I'll click on row height. And the row height, let's say I will be using it as 19. Okay, or let's make it as 20. Okay, 20 row height I'll be using. I'll just go over here now, go to home, and we'll use this border. Okay, we'll use the border, and I'll just select this, go to home, and I will use, let's say, this color. Perfect. Right. And now I'll just select all this value, and whenever you select all this value, just go to home button, and here you have an conditional formatting. So just click on let's say color schemes. Okay, so just use any color scheme whichever you like it. Okay, it's up to you whichever you have to use. Okay, I will use the first one itself. Okay, so this is the color scheme which we'll be using. Now what I will do, I will just go ahead and copy this. So copy this entire thing, go to our dashboard and click here outside. Not, don't click on dashboard, click on this sale. Okay, right click, and you can see the paste spatial options are available. So from here you can see other paste option. You have to paste uh, linked picture. You have to paste linked picture. Just press on linked picture. You can see picture will be brought over here automatically. Okay, so this is how you have to bring it. But what we will do, I'll just delete it first. I'll go back to analysis tab. The borders are not looking good, so I'll just select this, and I will just click on no borders. Okay, so I'll just click on no borders, and now I'll just select this, Control C, and I will paste it over here. So paste it over here, but you can see you will have an options here, and I will click on link picture. So you can see this has been brought now. So first what we will do, we'll create a placeholder over here. So I'll just copy this placeholder and I'll bring it down over here. So make sure it is perfectly aligned. Okay, and now bring this over here. So because, but this picture you can see it is going behind this. So now select this picture, go to picture format, and click on bring forward. So you can see it will be brought forward. I will adjust it over here. Okay, so some more analysis you can do over here. What we can do is we can bring it more closer. Okay, similar way we can bring it more closer. Okay, and what we'll do, I'll just increase the row size again. So I'll just click on row height, and I'll click on 23. Okay, and now again what I will do, I'll just click Control C. I'll go to dashboard, delete this picture first, paste this over here. So you have to keep adjusting, guys. Okay, so that it will be perfectly fit for you. And now I'll bring it over here. Nice. All right, so this is how you have to do it. Now I'll just select this, Control C, Control V, and I will name this particular dashboard title as quarterly performance, but we have to name it properly. So let me check what should be the name of that. So it should be this. I'll just copy this. You can use the same. I'll paste it over here. Okay, and what I'll do, I'll just select this, go to format painter, and I'll format this. And I'll take it a bit up, this as well. Perfect. Okay, this looks nice. If you want more, guys, you can see we can increase the row height more if you want. So what I'll do, I'll just right click on row height, and I will make it as, let's say, 25. Okay, so again we'll copy this. So I'll just select all the values first, go to home, and make it as center again. Control C, come on dashboard, delete this, paste it over here, and we'll click on linked picture. Perfect. Now this looks good, and you can see all the values. So based on all the quarters, you can see quarter 3 we have the data till August itself. So you can see the sales is bit down, but you can see sales are almost same for each quarter. Rating is also same. Orders are also similar. So it's a flat line if you see the quarter wise how it has been going on. But it can be increased because business is what that as compared to previous dates, it should always increase with the coming dates, right? So this is how you analyze the quarterly performance. All right, guys, so now we will move ahead with our next requirement, and as per our problem statement, what we have to do is we have to create a map visualization by state data. Okay, so for that I will go back to our sheet, and I will go first in analysis. Okay, so let's rename this first. So I will just go in home, I will just use this color merge and center, and then I will name it as quarterly analysis. Okay, so this is quarterly analysis, and let's use or let's format this. Okay, so this is our quarterly analysis. I will go in home and I will make this as a thick border. Perfect. Now I will just copy this entire pivot table, paste it over here. And now instead of quarter, instead of dish name, and instead of ratings, what we want is we want everything by state. Okay. So this is here, which is everything by state. And now next thing what we have to do is we have to create a map chart from this. So first what I will do, I will just select all these values, or we will do that later. Okay. So I'll just go in pivot table analyze, select anywhere in this particular cell, we'll go in pivot chart. And from here, we will just see if we have an option to create, or we'll just go in insert, and here we have a map chart. So I'll just select a map chart, but it gives us an error that you can create this chart type when the data is inside a pivot table. Please select a different chart type. What does it say? That if the data is inside the pivot table, it cannot create a map chart. So what we have to do over here is we have to extract this data outside the pivot chart. So for that, what we will do, the same thing as we did for previous KPIs as well as for quarterly performance, this same we will do over here. I will name this as state, and this is what sales. All right. And now what I will do, I will just select this. Okay, just select this cell is equal to, I'll extract this information from here, right? And I will just extract it all over down, right? Then is equal to, I will just select the cells, but you can see Assam, it is an fixed static field over here, but when I drag it down, you will get all the values for Assam itself. You can see everywhere it is Assam, but we have to make it dynamic. So for that, what I will do, I will just delete this, and instead of this Assam, I will just choose this value and hit enter. And now when I drag my formula down, okay, you can see all the values are been taken from here itself as it is, right? So this is how you do the analysis for this. Now I will just go over here, I will press Control 1, and I will go to custom, and I will make everything to rupees. Okay, in this way, right? Now select this entire data, then go now in insert, and from here you can choose your map chart. Okay, so now you can see a map chart has been created for us. So one important point to remember over here is, guys, that you should be connected to your internet or to an Wi-Fi or any net connections to load this particular map chart, right? It will take some time for you to load. Wait for 2 or 3 minutes, it will load whenever you are connected to your internet connections, right? Now I will delete this chart title. I will press Control C, then I will come to your dashboard and we will paste it over here, right? And now this is the chart, so we will have to add it over here. Now I will just use this placeholder, Control C, Control V, okay, and I will increase it likewise. Make sure everything is aligned properly, okay, and now I'll just reduce this a bit, corners, perfect. Now just use this map chart, and I'll just reduce this in this way a bit, perfect. Now use this map chart, I will bring it over here. Now you can see it is behind this particular shape, so go in format and click on bring it forward, that's it. And now I will reduce it likewise, okay, here increases like this, and here, perfect, okay. If you want, you can increase the size of this also. Now what I will do, I will just add this label, whatever you are seeing at the top, okay. So I'll just go over here and add legend, I will add it at top, okay. So you can see legend is been added at top, and now we'll do some formatting on this particular map, okay. And now I'll just right click and I will click on format plot area. So instead of that, for I'll use chart area. Here I will use no fill and I will use no line, so no border we want. Then I will just go to this, okay, just go to series cells, okay, then go over here and you can see a series color options is there. So I will be using a 3 color divergent, okay, and from here I will use the 3 colors, okay. So you can see I will increase it. So first color which I will be using, you can see middle, maximum and high. So highest color, what I will do, I'll use this, okay. the darkish one a bit. Then a middle color, we will keep this only, and this one we will use it is a bluer shade. Okay, so this is how you can do it. You can always match the color with this particular Swiggy app color. So you can see this has been moved. I'll bring it to center. Okay, so now this is how you do. So more dense color wherever you see, you can see Karnataka is the highest selling one. Then I think so this is there. There is nothing. Uttar Pradesh is there. Then Maharashtra is there. Gujarat is there. Here also West Bengal is there. So these are the states where maximum sales are being done, right? So we can see based on the color gradient which is available, right? So you can see here in Jammu and Kashmir it is the least. Here also in Nagaland and as well as in Assam there are least sales because there are not much metro cities or IT industries available over there, and that's the reason the sales are at the lowest point over there. All right, so this is how you do it. Next, I will just add the title for this. So Control C, Control V, and I will add it over here. So I'll use this by sales by state. Okay, so this is sales by state, sorry. So this is the analysis how you do it. Now we will move ahead with our next requirement, and next we have to find out is top 5 cities by sales. All right, so for that what I'll do, I will go back to analysis sheet, but this I will first rename this. I will make this as this. I will make it as bold, greater, and this, right? And I will name it as state analysis. Okay, then select this entire chart area home, and we'll use a border for this. Okay, so it will be completely done. Next, what I'll do, I will just copy this. Let's copy this. Control C char, and I'll paste it over here. And now what we have to do is we have to find it based on the restaurant. Okay, so you can see, sorry, based on city. So I'll just select the city over here. But if we want to just show top 5 cities by sales, so for that what I will do, you can just go over here. Okay, and then you have a value filter, and in value filter you can see top 10 is available. So what we want, top 5. So I'll just select top 5, and we want it based on price. You can see price is available, and I'll just click on OK. As soon as you do, you can see you are getting a top 5 cities over here. Next, what I will do, I will just go in pivot table analysis, and here you have an option called pivot chart. Select this, and I will be using an horizontal bar chart. So I'll just select this and right click and hide all the buttons. Similarly, I will delete this. I will delete all the grid lines, total, this total. Okay, bring it over here. Right now you can see this is in descending order. So for that, what I'll do, I'll right click and I will sort from smallest to largest. So as soon as I do, you can see sort, and this column chart or the horizontal bar chart will be inverted. So I'll just copy this now, and we have to add it into dashboard. So I'll just paste it over here. Okay, so here it is. First I'll just create a placeholder, Control C, Control V. Okay, reduce it, and reduce it this much. Okay, and I'll bring it over here because it is behind that. So I'll create a format, and I'll just click on bring it forward. All right, and now let's add it over here nice and clean. Okay, and now we'll do some formattings on this. We will add the data labels also over here, but the data labels should be in millions. So I'll go back, and I'll just click on analysis, and I will click here as control 1. I'll click on custom, and I'll just go ahead and use this. Okay, and when you come to dashboard, you can see the values are being provided as required. Perfect. Okay, now we'll do some more analysis on this. I'll just right click and clear format. I will use first chart area, and I will click on no fill and no line first. Then I'll just use this over here. I'll just use this, and here we will use a gradient line. Sorry, no line, and here gradient fill we will use, right? I will delete this. Okay, and from here I'll use the first, let's say this, and the second color I would like to use as this, and instead of 90-degree I'll make it as 0 degrees. Okay, and well, we can make this a bit more darker. Okay, this looks fine. Now we will go over here and the gap we will reduce it. Let's make it 70. 60 is fine. Perfect. Now I'll just select this text, go in home, and from here I will use Sage UI semibold and I will reduce one size. Perfect. Okay. And from here I'll increase its size. Nice. Perfect. So now from here, what analysis you can do is Bangalore is the highest selling city, or we can say the most sales are done from Bangalore city on Swiggy app, then followed by Lucknow, Hyderabad, Mumbai, and then New Delhi, right? And all of these are metro cities, right? So obviously the sale would be higher in these cities as well. And because Bangalore is a IT hub, most IT industry people they usually go on online food delivery apps, all right? Then we will add the title for this. Control C, Control V, and I will name it as top 5 cities by sales. Okay, so this is top 5 cities by sales. I will control save this. And now next we will move ahead with our next requirement. Alright, now next we will move ahead to our next requirement, and last is nothing but we have to do the weekly trend analysis. So for that I will just go in analysis. And what we have to do is, I will just go to our sheet first, the data first. But here you can see the week information is not available for us. So the same thing we have to do again. We have to find out the week number over here. And for that, what I will do, I'll just right click over here and I'll click on insert. Okay. And I will name this column as week. Okay. And we have a very easy formula for this. That is nothing but a week number. Okay. And we have to find it from this order date. Okay, that's it, and hit enter. So you can see a week number is we have received a week number over here, because but the date format is, or we can say this is automatically taking it as a date format. We want here a number actually, so that's the reason we are getting this, but we can solve this. So we just have to go in control one, that is nothing but a number format, and I will just go in custom, or yeah, just go in number. Okay, and we will just show it up to 0 decimal point. So we have to show it in number format. As soon as you do, you can see we are getting number over here, and do the same for all. You can drag it, or you can just double click on that plus arrow, and you can see all the formula is been brought down and everything is been available for us, right? So this is how you find the week number. Now I'll go back to analysis and I will name this first. I will just go here, merge center, and I will increase its length, and I will just use this. Okay, and this is what top 5 cities by sale. Okay, so this is how you do it. Now I will just copy, or let's copy this, because there is a value filter has been added on that, so we will not use that. I'll just paste it over here. And next I'll just go to pivot table analyze. I'll use the field date option, and instead of day, what we want now is week, but it is not available over here. So I'll just go in pivot table analyze, and I will just refresh this entire data. As soon as you do, you can see week is available. Now I'll just click on week, but it automatically goes in values because it have an integer as a data type, or a numerical data type. So I'll just drag this and I will add it in rows. So as soon as you add, you can see week wise all the sales we are having over here. Now next what I'll do, I'll just select entire thing, control 1, go to custom and change its number format. So I will use this one, and you can see everything we are showing in millions now. Now click over here, go over here, and we'll use a pivot chart, and I will be using a vertical, everything as a vertical. Okay, and right click and remove all, or hide all the buttons. Delete this, delete all the grid lines, and this as well. Okay, now copy this and we will go to our dashboard. So paste it over here. First what I will do, I'll create a placeholder for this. So control C, control V, and I will extend it up to end. Perfect. And now we will add it over here. So it is going behind, so I'll go in format and I'll click on bring it forward. This way. Now right click on format chart area, no fill, no line. Then I'll just select this, go to here, I'll reduce the series width as much you want. I'll keep it 70. Okay. I will go in colors. I will click on gradient fill. Okay, same gradient whichever we have used here, same it is been providing over here. Just instead of 90 degrees as an gradient, I will use it as 0 degree. I will use it as 90, but it's not 90. I will use it as 270 because we want darker color as below. Okay, perfect. All right. So now this is how the weekly performance. You can see everything is almost same. A few fluctuations are available just. So this is how you do it. Now I'll just copy this and I will name this as weekly sales trend. Okay, so this is our weekly sales trend. Now next thing, so we have created all the information, all the charts and everything. Next what we have to do is go ahead and add all our filters or slicers and all other buttons whichever we are going to add. So first I will just go in insert, I will go in pictures and I will click from this device, and maybe we will have it in downloads. No, we don't have, so I'll just copy it from here. I will add it for you to download. So I'll just copy this Swiggy picture. It is available on Google, so you can add it over here. It gives and look for this particular dashboard. You can add it anywhere you want, wherever you get some space. But here it looks very good because for all the states it is delivering the Swiggy, through delivery guy as a partner and all those things, right? So this is how you create all the dashboard. Now we will go ahead and add all other remaining filters and everything. Okay. Alright guys, now we will move ahead and add our slicers or filters over here. So for that, I will go in the analysis sheet. And now you can see this is all the, charts and KPIs we created over here. And now we already have the state column. Okay, so we will bring the state column also, but we will just delete this and I will just go to this pivot table and go to pivot table analyze option, and from here click on insert slicer. So first I will add months, so I will just click on OK once I add it. Okay, so I will just add months. I will just copy this, I will go to dashboard and I will paste it over here, right? So this is how you want it. Okay, I'll just take it bit below. Okay, and now I'll go in slicers. Okay, select the slicer, go to slicers, and I want it as 2 or 3 columns. Okay, I'll just keep it as 3 columns so that it will be easy for us. Okay, now select this and I will just reduce it likewise. Perfect. Okay, and now I'll just take it bit down. And now what I will do, we have to give or do some formattings to this particular slicer. So for that I will go in slicer, and here you can see there are different options available to create our slicer. So I will go in a new slicer style, but before that what I will do, I want this background color. So I'll just right click, I will go to format shape, and I will go to this field, I will go to more colors, and I will copy this color code. Control C FC8019, because we want the slicer to match all the band colors. Okay, then go to shape format and sorry, no, and then first go to slicer, then go over here and go over here and I click on new slicer set tile. Okay, then create whole slicer. Okay, select this whole slicer, go to format and first fill. Okay, you have to go in fill, and in fill what I will do, I will just change its color. So I will go in more color and I'll go in custom, and here I will change its color, paste it over here, click on OK and click on OK. Okay, and just click on OK. You can see it has been not given to over here, but what I have to do, I will go to slicer and I have to click on this, which is the new slicer created, right? And now we will do some more formattings. So I'll right click and I will click on modify. Okay, so we'll modify the slicer more. I will go to header, I will go to format. Okay, and in format header, I will just choose my font. Let's say I will choose it as Calibri. Okay, I'll choose it Calibri. I'll use the font as 9 and I will make it as 4. And you just click on OK and click on OK. Right, so you can see font has been changed, but it is too small. I will just increase it. So I'll just right click. I will click on modify header format. Go to font and I'll make it as, let's say, 12. Click on OK. Click on OK. You can see it has been increased now. More, I will just do some more formattings. Click on modify. Then selected item with no data. Okay, so what should be for selected item with data? Okay, so I'll just go over here. First I will go to border. I will add the border, so just click on this border. Okay, this outline, and what should be the color of it? So I'll just choose, let's say, this color. Click on OK, click on OK. You can see the border has been given to all this, and wherever we don't have any data, we don't want any border to it. All right, then click on slicer, click on modify, and you can see I'll go first in whole slicer and in format, and I will add the outer border to this. So I'll just go to border, select this, and I will choose the same border again, and I'll just click on OK and click on OK. And you can see the border, external border has been applied to it. All right, then just go to slicer, right click and click on modify again, and uh, selected item with data again. I will go in format and fill options. What I will do, I'll choose this color, but I will go in more colors and I will reduce its density. Click on OK and click OK and click OK. So you can see this color will be provided. Now whenever I select it, you can see the selection will be available for us. Similar way, this and this. Okay, but you can see only this particular chart has been filtering out based on the filter which I'm doing. So to have all the charts to be filtered, what I will do, I'll right click over here. I will go on report connections. Okay, just go on report connections, and here we will see all those pivot tables which we have created. So just select everything which is available over here. Select everything. Just click on OK. As soon as you do, you can see the slicer will be reporting all the connections, and now whenever I use January, you can see everything will be filtered to January. You can see this, right? When I select January, May, it will show all the values with respect to that. Similarly, when I choose September, you can see I will see all the values with respect to January, February, or March, or you can see I will select July, because we don't have any data for September, right? So this is how it works, right? So you can see we'll do some more formatting. Let's do that. So I'll just go to slicer here, and I'll just right click and modify. And let's see selected item with no data. In format I will go, and in fill there should be no color, and in border I'll choose as none. Okay, and just click on OK. So this, and I will choose none. Okay, click OK. Okay, you can see the border will be gone for those particular months where there is no data, right? Because this will show all the months, but we have data till August only, so it will be easy for us to understand that we have data till August itself, right? In this way you can try different color combination, but this found me okay, so I did that. Now I'll go and right click and I will click on slicer settings, and here I will change its header, right? I will just keep it as month, and I'll just click on okay, and you can see the changes will be reflected over here. Okay, it is not, so I'll just click on slicer settings again. Okay, so this should be the caption, and I'll just click on okay. You can see it has been formatted now. All right, the same way now we will go over here, we'll go to this, and now I will choose one more slicer. So we will add a restaurant name, let's say, and let's add one more thing, that is category, and I'll just click on OK. Right, I'll just copy this both, come to dashboard, and I will paste it over here. All right, and now one by one we'll bring it over here. right? And I'll reduce it. And now in slicer, what I'll do, I'll make it as two columns, right? And now just select this, go to slicer which we have created and just select this. It will automatically format. For this, we'll bring it over here again. Okay. And same way, we'll select this. Okay. And now same what we have to do, we have to report the connections. So go on report connections. And from here, select all those pivot tables, right? Whichever all the charts we have created, for those we have created all different pivot tables by copying it. So we will select all of them. Okay, so it will take some time to report the connection. Now I'll go and again I will click on slicer settings. Sorry, I'll just go ahead and click on report connection and I will select all of this. Just click on OK, right? Perfect. Now next thing is we have to add here the navigations, right? So for that I will go in insert. I will go to shapes. Sorry, go to insert. I will go to shapes and I will use it as rounded rectangle and I will draw it over here. Okay. Now I'll go to format. Format the shape. I want no line, but I will use a solid fill. Let's say this. Okay, it's the same color. Yeah, this is fine. Now close this and I will name this as this will be our dashboard. This is our dashboard. Then go to home, center, bold. We'll make it as, let's make it as Calibri and I'll increase its size. Okay, copy the same thing. I'll bring it over here. Control C, Control V one more time. Break it over here. So I'll select all of these. Go to shape format. Go to align and I'll click on align center. Okay, and distribute vertically. So you can see they are in one line and they are distributed correctly. Here I will click on analysis. Okay, and this is our data. Now what we will do, I'll just right click over here and I will click on link. Okay, so I will link this particular to this document in this document only and we want it to link to dashboard itself. Similarly, here also I'll click on link and here we want to show analysis tab. So I'll just click on analysis and here I will just use as link and I will link this to Swiggy data. Just click on OK. So you can see link are been working. Now when I click on analysis tab, it will show me to analysis tab. And here as well, you can insert one more thing or I'll just copy this. Copy this, sorry. Copy here and paste it over here. Okay. Similar way on data also, we can come over here and we can paste it over here, right? I mean, whenever you are on data, you will come back to dashboard. Whenever you are on analysis tab, you will come back to dashboard. From here, you can go to data. From here, you can come back to again from here to our dashboard. So this is, the links or the navigation buttons we can say. Alright guys, so this was all about our Swiggy dashboard. I hope you have learned something new from this. You can create this in multiple tools. You can create it in Power BI, Tableau, and as well, I will be also creating a video on how to create this in Power BI next. And there will be more exciting projects that will be coming in future. I'm also creating a complete video tutorial for Power BI, advanced tax, advanced Excel, and it will be helpful for you to learn from all of these tutorials and it will be releasing in January 2026. So hope you like this tutorial and please go ahead and subscribe and like this video so that you will be notified to upcoming videos as well, and it will increase the reach and help others to have this video in their feed as well. So happy learning. Until then, bye bye.